Good morning, everyone. So as Tim said, I'm Amy Goldberg. I'm the administration elder here at Ark and Dove. The administration ministry is primarily responsible for the church staff, the office operations, and the finances of the church. Most of the budget is actually allocated to the salaries and benefits of our head pastor, associate pastor, music director, children's music director, nursery coordinator, and church administrator. It also covers things like our office supplies, our subscriptions and licenses, per capita dues, internet, payroll, etc., all the different administrative functions of the church. So you just heard me list off all of these different roles of the paid staff here at Ark and Dove, which all except for Pastor Tim were actually hired within the past 2 years. This took an incredible amount of work from our appointed AP&T, as well as members who volunteered to help recruit for these other roles. So I'd like to again thank these volunteers who took part in this process, as well as you as the congregation who helped and vote in welcoming Jen and her family to Ark and Dove. We're very excited to have her here. We also have a new church administrator this year, so you should have seen in one of the archives, Nina Hawkins. She's been a wonderful addition to the team, and we really look forward to working with her throughout the rest of the year. So in order to keep these types of things going, during all this recruitment that we've had, we had several volunteers who donated their time and talents, like Wendy Wellington, Keith Tardif, Amy Tardif. We have Ryan Stavely, who's helped through all these different transitions with all the technology. And we need all this to keep the church functions running. This ministry is, like I said, a very big part of our annual budget. And along with facilities, we would not be able to function without it. So each year we have expenses that automatically increase from our vendors, such as insurances, licenses. We also have to update and upgrade our technology. We had to buy several new laptops and things this year. So we'd also, going into the new year, like to provide annual increases to our staff. But this is only possible if our pledges increase along with it. So you heard Mission Elder Lori speak a couple of Sundays ago about the mission budget. And that remained the same for her from the previous year, even though she had asked for additional funds. Last Sunday, you also heard our worship elder, Ellen, speak about how she had to use designated donations for her ministry to bring in guest musicians, an ASL interpreter, and technology gains. And this is because we must take care of the basic functions of our church in order to operate before we can ensure the other ministries can do what they need within our communities and our congregation. So this year, the admin ministry also partnered with our Outreach and Connections ministry on some new branding for the church. We're at the finish line. We're so close to rolling it out, and we're super excited about it to bring this more modern approach to our branding. But with this, we're going to have to order new products. We're going to have to get new brochures, new signage, envelopes and stationery, and we'll also be redesigning the church website. So if you're interested in donating your time and talents, we are looking for new members for our website rebranding team, so please let me know if you're interested. But then again, we need more funds so that we can continue with our rebranding outside of this church and reach out to our community. The long-range planning team is also underway, and they're working on creating a new long-range plan, which determines what we're going to do in the next 3 to 5 years for the health of the church and what we're going to do moving forward. And this will influence some of our spending and budget over the next several years. With all this being said, in the new year, I'm asking for you to prayerfully consider increasing your gifts, whether that be with your pledges or with your time and talents. I'd like to be able to provide meaningful salary increases this year, if we can, to our staff. For those of you who don't know, the Presbytery does send out annual salary ranges for pastors, and I'm sorry to say that even though Tim has been with us for over 30 years, he's just at the baseline, not even hitting the baseline. So I'd really like to make sure that, our staff, for everything that they do for us, our pastors, are paid appropriately. And we'd also like to ensure a successful rollout of our new branding. So as members and visitors of Ark and Dove, thank you for all that you've done so far for the church, all of your pledges, all of your contributions, all of the things you've done to volunteer. We could not do this without you. But this stewardship season, I do ask that you take time to pray about your giving, with your pledges, with your time, with your talents, and do what you are able to do. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me as the admin elder if there's anything you're interested in, if you have ideas, if you have questions about the budget and different ways that you can help. And please don't forget to turn in your pledge cards on November 19th, because without those, we can't properly plan for the budget moving forward. So thank you all for your time.